story. Some moving parts here, so you have to stay with me. When I was in high school English class, I remember learning past, present, and future tense. I worked yesterday. I am working today. I will work tomorrow. Past, present, and future tense, and I very much appreciate those teachers being so careful and patient in teaching me the skill of written communication that serves me well today. But it's later in life that I learned that there is a past, present, and future, and that they work a little bit more importantly than just in how we write and how we speak. They say the past you can't change. Now, there are people that say that every generation wants to rewrite history. I guess that's true. But I firmly believe that the past is something that we leave alone because we can't change it. And you know, you can't change today. You can't change the present. It's here. We're here. You can't change that. But the one thing you can change is you can change the future. Every one of us can change the future, starting with how much dessert we have. No, the future starts tomorrow, and the future is the next generation, if you would. So when you think about, okay, we can change the future, how do you do it? And in my mind, there are only two things that you can use to change the future, and we all have one or the other. And I've never met anyone that had both. The only two things that can change the future are money and time. Money and time. And hopefully we have one or the other. So if we can change the future with money and time, Pheasants is one of the greatest examples of how you change that with the volunteers and the Pheasants organization and keeping all the money at the local community. Brenda and I love Pheasants, because you're changing the future with the time of all the volunteers that serve in the Pheasants Forever and the Quail Forever organization. So you can change the future with time. Brenda and I really don't, well, we have the same 24 hours everybody else does. But what we also have is a little bit of money. So we can change the future with money, and that's how we perceive our responsibility. Each year, before we write that check to Uncle Sam, we donate 50% of everything we make for that one specific purpose of changing the future. So I challenge all the great leaders here today, and we're all leaders, to think about the future in terms of time or money. And if you have time, donate it, and if you have money, donate it. I'm Larry Potterfield with MidwayUSA, and that's the way it is. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I'd like to ask my wife of 43 years, Miss Brenda Potterfield, to step up if she would. And Howard, if you're hiding here somewhere, if you'll step back on, because Brenda and I have a special presentation check for you. I don't know if you can see that number, but it's $950,000, and we must have screwed up because for $50,000 more it could have been a real number. Check from Brenda and Larry Potterfield, made out to Pheasants Forever for the Forever Shooting Sports Program for $950,000, and that's our commitment. Thank you. Brenda and I are fortunate to be able to support all of the key conservation groups in America. We're fortunate to get to go to many of those shows. There's a conflict this weekend with Turkey and Nashville, and you can. But this is the greatest. Pheasants is the greatest of all the key conservation groups in terms of changing the future through the involvement of youth at the national and the local level. So we're delighted to do this. This is a ceremonial check. It's just for press, if you would. But here I have the real one. Thank you, Howard.
Get this. Okay, I got to get myself together here. Rarely do you meet two individuals who have a vision for the future, who have the ability to change that future, and then choose to change that future. We're going to present an award to you, and it's for the presenting sponsor for this show this week. But I'm going to give you something bigger and better. Last year we did 50,000 kids to our national shooting sports and introducing kids into the outdoors. And I'm going to give you 100,000 faces next year. And we're going to give you 150,000 little faces the year after that. What they've built for us isn't a one and done. This isn't just one opportunity to touch our youth and to introduce them in the outdoors, to introduce them to shooting, to hunting. This is about a lifetime of change. It's a lifetime of thousands of futures, 12 years old, 13-year-old futures. Our National Youth Leadership Council, if you've been on our floor and been to our youth village, you get to see these champions that are going to carry it for us in the future. I'm going to present this award to you, and then I'm going to challenge you to come back every year and see those faces. We had over 1,000 shooters on the floor today. 1,000 young shooters. This is such a small token, but I promise you the faces for the future will make those changes. Thank you so much.